Good afternoon, Facebook Live. This is Mike George here, coming at you. Oh God, in my usual schlep here. This time I decided to improve the audio quality of this by trying out the headphones and kind of to help make this sound a little, I don't know, maybe a little bit more intimate or so. But I wanted to kind of hi. First of all, it's a beautiful day in Montreal. We always have to start off with the usual kind of notes of appreciation of. So I think last time I talked to you guys, we were kind of in the throes of some crummy weather, and my goodness, what a difference 48 hours can make. Um, Now we see some melting snow. The birds are out singing. Got the trees out, and it's overall a good day. So, I mean, one of those days that, oh gosh, where I'm just tempted to have a nice cigarette, but instead, I'm just going to resort to the vape. And I know that's cheating because the vape still does cause like some degree of respiratory complication. But it's still, I think, hands down, pretty universally agreed as better than cigarettes. So, I shouldn't have ever gotten into cigarettes, and all you kids out there that have never touched a cigarette, it's a good idea to keep doing so. Sometimes you get tempted by cute boys, and at the club with, well, I don't know, if you can find a way to sneak in good conversation with a random stranger without needing a cigarette, you'll save yourself a lot of respiratory issues, I'm sure, in your medium term and perhaps even long term future. So on that note, we're on that note of respiratory complications. Hats off. But yeah, it's been an interesting. Well, it's always an interesting few days whenever I speak to you guys in Facebook Live land. I'm going to show up to the Montreal Police Department tomorrow afternoon, the Lord's time, 3 p.m. to see what they want to do to me, I guess, pretty much, which that could entail just answering some questions they might have and some concerns. That could entail going to jail for a few days, much like I did in Iowa, kind of in response to the cannabis thing. Now, I feel a little bit more confident this time around than my Iowa adventure because that was that was kind of directly related to a criminal matter in which I was pretty hands down guilty for, which was possession of weed, which was it's a silly thing to be guilty for, but nonetheless, I was guilty according to their laws in the lovely state of Iowa, so that's kind of what happened with me there. Now, the situation's a little bit more tricky in this, in that I don't feel that I'm guilty of anything bad. What they are accusing me of is, I think, harassment and I think death threats made against colleagues of mine. Well, former colleagues of mine. I mean, they still work at the company. I don't, so they're former colleagues with respect to me. They're still staff members of that lovely company. So, but that is kind of what's going on. That's kind of what I have to report for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I might actually do another Facebook Live just before I step into the police station. I think that'll make some good TV. I mean, now that's what you got to do in this whole. That's what I'm trying to do, y'all. I know it sounds a little self-promotional, but I'm just trying to, first of all, use this as kind of a lesson for y'all, I guess. Sometimes it's interesting just to see what adventures your friends might have to do through the legal system of our lovely countries of Canada and the US. So this is my own kind of lived experience. Now, it's not nearly as frightening or harrowing as I'm sure a lot of other folks, particularly people of color, that get similarly targeted for such shenanigans. But, nonetheless, this is my experience, and I feel like my experience is, obviously to me, an illustrative example of kind of what do's and don'ts there are out there in the minefields known as the legal system of our two countries in North America. But, this is meant to be an educational experience, and I know sometimes the lessons seem a little harsh and direct, but I'm just trying to kind of show my own perspective on things, and sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sometimes it comes down to having to confront the authorities on things. And damn it, I'm going to confront the authorities tomorrow at 3. I guess really they're confronting me. And we're going to have it'll be a good show, y'all. It's going to be I'll have a Facebook Live tomorrow at 2, well, probably around the same time tomorrow afternoon, right before I step into the police station. It might be the last time you'll ever hear from me. You never know. So it could be a very exciting and perhaps a very compelling Facebook Live. We'll see. I'm not going to have the Facebook Live on with me when I enter the police station. I thought about doing that, and that I feel like that's just going to make matters worse with the police. And something that I've been really bad with you guys is trying to de-escalate situations with the police. And sometimes when the police get involved in my life, I just get very initially upset. And I think that's kind of what happens to a lot of people is when they get their day interrupted by the police, usually for some unjust reason to begin with or some bullshit reason, but not always. And we have to credit the police for doing their job when it's appropriate. But like, I think it's just kind of funny when things like this like happen to me. I mean, it just seems like in this day and age there are so many bigger and better things for the police to do, but sometimes these things just get swept up in their due diligence. So props to the boys and gals of the SPVM. This is going to be I have to get this right if I'm going to schmooze these boys tomorrow. Let's think here. SPVM stands for what? Société de Police de Ville de Montreal. That's what it stands for. Société de Police de Ville de Montreal. Oh, guys, I have to practice my French. If I can do at least like 40% of my testimony or answers or whatever the fuck I have to do with these people tomorrow, I might get I don't know, maybe I'll get a bonus. I don't know if they give out bonuses in jail. or in whatever process I have to go through in this whole thing, but I'm gonna find out like all the little tricks there are to properly navigate in the legal system. And this is pretty low risk, I mean, I'm not being tried for murder or anything, you guys. So any of you guys that are worrying right now about like, oh my God, are you gonna be in jail for a long time? I'll be fine, you guys. Like, I mean, I think the worst that can happen is maybe I get 30 days, but fuck, 30 days is a long time even for for something that they can't even prove that I did. So I have a feeling like it's not going to be anything like nearly that bad. I don't think it'll even be a week. I think this will be less cumbersome than even my marijuana charge in Iowa. That's kind of what I'm comparing that to. Oh, Josh Sierra, hello, sir. You're the first one to comment. You guys, first of all, I always have to remind folks, leave comments below. This is, like I said, this is an educational lesson for everybody. So I hope you don't feel shy. This is actually not a public, it's not a public Facebook Live thing. So any of you guys that leave comments or questions and just want to kind of participate in the discussion, there's going to be nobody like, I mean, I guess I have a lot of, my grapevine of friends can be, can sometimes feel like there's people, like weird people watching, but y'all will be fine. But to answer your question, Joshua, what am I going to jail for? So I think I said earlier in this video, but my old company that I used to work for that fired me is now accusing me of making death threats against people I used to work with. So there's an outstanding warrant out there for me. Like, and I don't think I still have to, like, I'm innocent. Like, I love the people I used to work with. Like, it was like the management. I mean, like so many companies nowadays, it's the management that I had a problem with. And really it was just like one person. And anyways, because of this, there's an outstanding harassment and death threat charge against me. So that's kind of what I have to go to jail for tomorrow, y'all. So I have to, like I said, I'm innocent, and I'm going to have a chance to really confront the charges and see like exactly what they have on me. Now, some of you guys that might have tuned into Facebook land about a month ago might have saw me in the throes of kind of what was going on. In fact, I think I was fired essentially 28 days ago. So if you scroll back to like the 13th of March, 2019, the Lord's time, and my Facebook feed, and I think most of these are public because I was really trying to make a statement, y'all, because I was pissed. I mean, naturally, I was pissed about being fired, and like I was actually going to plan to sue them for wrongful termination. So I think honestly, they just kind of put together this little charge to try to thwart off like, basically to get in front of what I was going to do to them, if that makes any sense. But anyways, Josh, I'm sure probably the other way around. I'm not sure what you mean by that. That might have been in regards to a comment I said a while ago. Fuck, I'm sorry. But anyways, guys, I'm working on trying to I'm just working on trying to be cool, calm, and collected because I get really worked up when I'm confronting the police about things that I know I didn't do. And so, I mean, again, I'm sure everybody does that that whole show when they're in front of the cops and stuff. But I have to just be super calming and collective. So I'm not gonna I'll maybe smoke. Okay, so I know there's issues going on with my weed smoking, but I am gonna smoke a morning bowl tomorrow because that's probably gonna be the last weed that I'm gonna be able to smoke ever for a while I'm in jail. I mean, if I'm in jail and if it's for some period of time. I mean, I don't know. It'll just be like the hospital was for me essentially. Less comfortable beds, probably less nice amenities, and you probably have to piss in front of people. But I don't care. I don't mind pissing in front of people, y'all. Now, sometimes taking a shit in some of those toilets, where you just kind of got the open room, that's a little bit weird, but. That's something. People are generally very nice in jail. I mean, I think there's a little bit of a misnomer that people well, I mean, obviously there's all the movies about those maximum security facilities, but I'm sure, on people, just given that people in Montreal, I think, as a general statistical fact, are just nice in general. So I have a feeling the prison population it might skew homeless. It will probably skew homeless, but I mean. So homeless, you kind of have a mixture of, maybe some mentally unstable people. I mean, I guess I'm one of those mentally unstable people technically. So I don't know. Maybe it'll just be people like me that people think are mentally unstable, but are actually really brilliant, and maybe just are often misunderstood in some ways. There's a lot of homeless people. I'm sure in most towns, but in Montreal, a lot of the homeless people, if you actually take the time to talk to them, they're actually really not only nice people, but they're actually very smart. And maybe they're smart in some weird way. Maybe they're a graduate student. Oh God, no. Maybe they're just, they're special in their own little way, and it was their own little way that the job market just didn't have a thing for. Nah, but Josh, they did not tell me that I was going to get jail time for sure. So that's. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much evidence they have against me. I don't think there's any evidence out there. The harshest thing that I think they might have against me, that I've actually seen from the stack of evidence from them, is an Office clip that I posted, and I don't even know if it's still there. I think Jonathan might have had me take it down. It was a cute clip, and it didn't really. It had fake guns in it. People were pointing literally pointing their fingers at each other. Shooting each other. And I think it got construed. I mean, this was the week of the Christchurch shooting, so it just became really miscontextualized, like so many things do on the internet. And that's kind of what, actually, that's a great lesson for y'all who are watching, is be careful what you see on the internet. And I know I'm really hoping and praying for y'all that y'all have figured that out by now. Just be careful of what you see on the internet, because sometimes even me just talking Facebook Live here, straight up, man to man, or man to whoever you like to identify as is watching. Sometimes it gets. I feel like that's the only honest way I can talk to you guys sometimes now, because otherwise, when you're in the process of sharing and resharing and retweeting and retwatting and retweeting and whatever, things just get lost to the imagination and are able things get lost to speculation. People love to speculate. And there's an entire industry out there, you guys, on speculation. That's what basically the Russians are doing with these bots. They're coming up with these deep fakes to basically convince you that your friends are also crazy conservative twats, and that they're also people are getting hijacked, you guys. And I mean, I want to use this time to tell you to just kind of, I'm like I said, I'm hoping you guys all know that. Guys, there's already a GoFundMe page, actually. If you guys actually do need to bail me out, this is my cheap plug here, guys. So I actually do have a website, and you don't even have to give me money. You can actually buy some really cool products from this website that I started up. It's called Poppy Seed. I gotta remember the fucking name of it. Poppy Seed Creations. I almost said Poppy Seed Productions, but it's Poppy Seed Creations. And if you just type in poppy.com, and that's going to be POP-EE.com, Poppy. I know it's a little bit misspelled, but obviously poppy.com, Poppy, was taken, and so was PAPY. So I had to just make up my own little cute thing to get through the URL gods. But no, don't waste your money. I don't want you guys to have to pay my bail money. Like, I'm actually thinking Montreal is pretty expedient in their court system. So I have a feel like y'all didn't even pay my bail in Iowa when I was going through the thing in Iowa. So I don't expect anything in this, because this is really a bullshit matter. And like, I don't really want to like reward the justice system with chasing me down in this whole debacle by paying them more money out of my pocket, or out of y'all's pocket for that matter, than we already need to, because it's already taking up my time and my patience. And, that's enough for me right now. So, but I really appreciate the sentiment, Josh. It's very sweet of you. I mean, if you guys do feel the desire to support me, like, I think, like, guys, I'm financially okay, and like, I'm actually very proud of myself to be financially stable in the midst of all. I mean, I should say that for now. For now, I'm financially stable, kind of in the midst of this whole little mess. But no, I really if you guys, I don't even want you guys to like check out the Poppy Seed page just to milk money off of you guys. I just think it's a cool site. Like, I spent a lot of time making it. It's not just selling. Like, I have products that I have, like, that I'm selling, that I sort of designed and stuff. But there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, my music project is all actually kind of chronicled on there. It's sort of curated on there. So that doesn't cost any money just to check out the music I've been working on. And the music project is a collaborative project, so like, I have space on there throughout the website that you guys can actually submit your own suggestions and your own input for how to make the. Oh my God, Ashley, you were on my mind. You were on my mind just last night, Ashley, because I do need the content. But let me. Okay, so Ashley says, Mike, let me put down some awesome violin parts. Oh, I would, if you have ideas, Ashley. Oh my gosh, so. I put concept slides on the website so that if you are gifted at composing music, you can go on there and see the concepts that I'm trying to illustrate. So it's basically like the synopsis of what I'm trying to produce. And there's a lot of, oh, Ashley, if you actually like submit something like musical, like, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Like, don't make it complicated. Like, if you it can just be a little one-liner ditty thing, like a melody that maybe we can sort of incorporate into the broader piece. But oh my God, Ashley, no, I'm not gonna guarantee. Well, fuck, if you actually submit something, I'll fucking use it. I'll have to figure out the logistics of how to incorporate the track. I'm sure we'll figure out a way, Ashley. I'm an electrical engineer, goddammit. I didn't get fucking a master's degree not to not figure out how to do this type of shit. So no, Ashley, I really appreciate it. I think there's I'm still working out kinks on the website. So if you want to just go on the website and just like submit something. There's some. Oh, I love violin. I use strings in a lot of my pieces, a lot of my old pieces, especially like there's another music album that I did about 10 years ago that was all video game stuff, but I used a lot of synthesized orchestral strings in there. And there's probably pieces in which I use nothing but orchestral strings. So it's a very, I'll have plenty of string parts for you, girl. Like, we'll talk. And actually, like, I know you're not in Montreal, Ashley, but I'm gonna be, if I'm able to do the launch party next Saturday, you guys, like, depending on how the whole police situation goes, I really want to like use that launch party as a way to brainstorm this music. So I'm gonna try to do a Facebook Live if I remember, and I'll be sober. Yeah, like it'll be a lot. Oh my God, it'll be fun times. Yeah. Oh my God, Ashley. Yeah, like the MIDI adventures. If you check that out on the website, MIDI Adventures, through the music section of the page, you'll find like there's like 20 tracks I wrote, and I never got to actually finish the video game. So, I mean, there's like a notebook somewhere. I don't even know where the fuck it is anymore, but like there's a notebook out there of a couple video games. There was The Adventures of Harry and Caesar, which was a stupid video game about my hamster and parakeet, which was fashioned in the style of like a Zelda RPG game. So I would have like dungeons, I would have dungeons with keys that with, with doors you had to, with like the boss key and the map and I pretty much ripped off of Zelda, you guys. But that's kind of I think that's what a lot of us kids did growing up in the 90s. We just, I don't know, at least that's what I did. A lot of RPG nerds out there, I suppose. But actually, no, you should definitely check that out. I think I would love to just like pick your brain a little bit on that stuff. But Ashley, thanks for leaving your comments. I hope to. Oh, now you got me excited because I've been actually trying to tinker around with Finale, and I have all these ideas in my head like musically of what I want to do, but like I need to it just takes time and patience to like sit down and do the mechanics of fucking around with Finale, and I'm rusty girl, like I'm rusty like musically, so I have to get into I have to get all my intuitions back of what chords to mix and everything. So I'll have, you know what, when I'm in jail, that's gonna be what I do when I'm in jail. I'm gonna like just brainstorm all these fucking musical ditties. I gotta make sure to bring a notebook to jail if they let me bring a notebook. I don't even know what they let you bring in jail, but this is gonna be a really cool experience. As an artist, I guess. I know it sounds kind of vague, but honestly, I think the jail is just going to be like the same fucking thing as the hospital. And this is all assuming that I get processed. Like, I don't even know how full the jail. I don't know. We're going to just see. I have a lot of questions about what's going to happen on Friday afternoon at 3:00. So, and I'm sure you do too. And that's kind of why I did this Facebook Live, to just kind of update y'all on what was going on with my situation. But no, if you guys actually like. No, I also I wanted to update you guys on like what's going on in my life legally with the police and everything, but I also wanted to like plug my page a little bit too. So like that Poppy Seed Creations page that I have on my Facebook page, it's got a lot of really cool shit on there. I don't know. If you're from I think if you're from Steubenville, like if you grew up in any of the places I grew up, like Steubenville, Dayton, Columbus, Montreal, whatever, like I think you'll find something on there that I think you might appreciate. So that's the only like little sales gimmick I'm gonna do. See, this is every good show's got to have some commercials. So as I'm getting handcuffed into the jail tomorrow, y'all are gonna see me plug my page at least one more time, probably just to kind of get it out there. Now, it would be really cute if you guys actually decided to use the page to support me by buying something, but I'll be honest, I haven't quality controlled the page at all. So it's possible that you might actually find something cute that you like and you might buy it and it might not show up. And it might be because I had to click some stupid button like next week while I'm in jail. So if I'm in jail, I can't guarantee that your orders will be fulfilled, but I will try my damn best when I get out to make sure that everything is, that we get the trains back running on time, y'all, that's why, that's why I'm here, that's why I'm just trying to do my thing, and trying to get my life together after this whole unemployment thing. I'm trying to rebrand myself a little bit. So, this police thing is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but I think it'll be okay, you guys. Like, it'll be all right. I've been through the police before, so, like, any of you guys that are concerned for me, I don't think I'm going to get shot. I'm going to make sure not to wear a hoodie. I won't wear a hoodie. I'm going to wear something nice to jail, okay? And that way there would be like, oh, my God, this guy's dressed up in a suit. I don't know what to do with him. I'm going to, like, wear lots of layers so that, like, maybe it'll like inconvenience the processing officer, and maybe he'll just be like, oh, you can go home after you suck my dick. No, I don't know. I would love, like, that would be actually really hot if I just had so many layers on, like that when he was processing me, the guy just was like, you know what, I'm tired, just suck my dick, boy. But anyways, that's, one can only hope. See, I have all these fantasies in mind that I already know are not going to happen tomorrow in jail. But you guys don't even understand that the cops in Montreal are so hot, are really fucking hot. And I get to go to the main police station, you guys. Like, this is the one on Guy Street downtown near Concordia. So, like, I think this is like the Grand Central Hub. This is like where like the best of the best are, the best of the best cops, like the hottest of the hots. So these are going to be the cream of the crop that I'm going to be around. I expect to be treated with utmost professionalism, courtesy, respect, and maybe a hand job. Wouldn't that be nice? But, I'm a girl that goes into these police stations with no expectations. I can't go... See, that's the key, is I can't go in there, like, I can't be entitled. Because if they see, like, the whole entitled white boy card, they'll try to make my life difficult. I know that. I can kind of predict that. Especially I'm right next to Concordia, so it's going to be, I'm probably going to have like one or two like hipster cops in there that graduated from Concordia that are going to be like anti-capitalist, and I have to probably, I mean, I know that's kind of weird because it's the police department, so you would, well, I don't know. It's maybe, I guess they're also usually anti-police, so maybe that won't happen. I don't know what's going to happen in jail, guys. This is going to be an exciting little thing. I'll make sure to blog about it. It'll be on my page, so if you guys actually do your homework and check out the Poppy Seed Creations page that I've put together, I've been trying. I know I've been spamming y'all a little bit with some ads and stuff for that Poppy Seed Creations page, but I'm really proud of it. I spent a good amount of time developing it. I use it to curate the shit I've been working on, so you can kind of check it out at your own leisure, and hopefully you don't feel like when you go on the site that you're being like, I don't want you to feel like you're being sold to. Like, the object is not to make you pay money to see my site and to make it like a parking meter. The object is to make it fun, enjoyable. It's like, it's supposed to be a bar at which, like, if you come in, and not even like a bar, it's like the library with the bar. So, like, if you come in and you buy nothing and you just want to sit and schmooze and just look around, you can. But if you want to buy something and make yourselves comfortable, you can do that too. Like, that's kind of that's the overall space I'm trying to create, just, in life. So first it starts with this website, and, I think maybe some of you that heard the previous broadcast heard about these grandiose plans of mine to build a queer bar in Steubenville. So that will be kind of an ongoing thing. Just come as you are. Now, there's a lot of work that's going to be had until then, especially, I don't know. Let's see how much this jail thing sets me back. If it does, I don't know. I don't want to bet that it will, but I have to go in this with my expectations properly managed, because even though I know I'm innocent, you guys, like, and I know everybody says they're innocent, but this is such a stupid thing to even be accused of, like death threats and harassment. Like, I mean, all this shit that I made on my Facebook, which is public, by the way, which maybe y'all have even seen about a month ago right after I was fired, like, none of it was, like, it was silly. I mean, it was maybe nonsensical, and maybe I was having a psychosis trip while I was going through it, but I didn't threaten to hurt anybody, guys. And I don't know, I implore you guys to go through and do some research if you guys want to. If you guys want to play detective a little bit, I mean, hell, I guess the SPVM already has. Le Société de Ville de Montréal. No, the Société de Police de Ville de Montréal. I have to practice that line. I have to walk in and be like, Bonjour, Société de Police de Ville de Montréal. Je suis Michel, and I'm at your service. Je suis à votre service. Oh, guys, I never use my French on Facebook Live. I'm gonna go into French mode right now. Actually, I'm gonna take a hit of my vape, and then I'm gonna go to French, and then you're gonna see how I negotiate French in Montreal, and you're gonna see how I apply this dazzling French to my interview or my lip sync tomorrow with the police officers. Bonjour, la Société de Police de Ville de Montréal. Je suis Michel Georges et je suis ici pour responder de les questions, tes questions de sérieusement concernant mon behavior à la mal, 16 mal, 2000, bof. Nonetheless, je suis ici pour penser les questions. So ask me some fucking questions, y'all. I can't do that part. I gotta edit that part into some better French. I mean, that wasn't really French, but you know what I mean. Pardon my French. I have to use pardon my French if I do accidentally cuss. I will have to make sure to impart a part in my French line. I think the officers will get a chuckle. You got to make the officers laugh. That's kind of what you have to do. I mean, you have to do. It's like being a comedian. It's like you have to make the officers laugh and like enjoy their job a little bit because they're just doing their job. I mean, they don't really want to have to question me just as much as I don't really want to be there. So I just want to make it fun, but still make it informative, instructional, and I want them to get me the hell out of there with their agenda fulfilled, whatever it is that they need to do. If they just need to file me and ask me questions and make sure I'm not a genuine threat to the public and then let me home, that would be like the perfect plan. But if it requires a little bit more hand-wringing, then I'm prepared, boys. I should check. I guess it's kind of weird, but I should have turned off my Facebook, I guess, so I would not receive additional messages while I'm with you. That's a little rude of me. See, this is the problem that we live in these days. Everybody's distracted. Now, I know see, the ironic thing is I'm talking to you through my phone, so if I get messages to my phone, I'm an old man, so I don't multitask and actually like swipe away and check the message. I'm like, bitches, I'm on camera and you're my priority. You are my priority, Facebook land. Okay? So, Doug Kaufman, Adam Boner, Vanessa Naro, you are my priority now. And I'm, if you guys want to ask some questions and participate, I've just been talking about the fact that I'm going to jail tomorrow, and also check out my webpage, pretty much. I know one of the, I had to do a little bit of self-promotion, but again, if I'm going to jail, at least I get to squeeze out a few visits to my homepage, right? Like, that's part of the deal with doing these things on camera, right? That's kind of what the kids all do these days in social media land, is they get likes and hits and tweets and twats and everything, and maybe I can pretend like I'm a martyr for something weird and arbitrary that my company decided to make up against me. I don't know. We're gonna just see how tomorrow shakes out. But in the meantime, Facebook Live, this has been great. I'm gonna take one more cigarette, or not cigarette, but vape, because we ain't doing cigarettes. I don't even got any. I did have a cigarette this morning, Lord. I did. I know. We talked about that. I know. But just gotta look around. It's a beautiful day here. I'm just looking out. Look at this, guys. This is the last time I'm just gonna be able to look outside and out my window for I don't know how many days. But it's a nice day, guys, and the snow's melting, and the Lord is great. Actually, the Lord is even better because there's a church right there. So, if the Lord is listening, and that car was listening too, I guess. Maybe that was the Lord's way of answering. Oh, but it's been great out, and so those of you in Facebook land who've been kind of reading about and kind of watching about all this whole shibacle. This doesn't count as a shibacle, guys. Like, I got my wits about me this time, and I'm gonna be I'll be sober and clean when I go into the police department tomorrow to do my questioning. So I'll have a sound mind and a lot of questions of my own, actually. So I'm actually looking forward to it, and I'm gonna try to do a Facebook Live tomorrow around 2:00, around the same time. Just to kind of fill you guys in. And if I don't know, I might be overwhelmed. I might just be stressed out tomorrow and completely forget. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, Facebook Live, this has been great. Thank you guys for everything, for your words of support, especially in regards to the mental health stuff. I hope you guys are all doing well, because you guys, we got to take care of each other. So I want to make sure that y'all are doing healthy, and and that, I mean, I've seen a lot of my friends getting promoted and shit this month. So I feel like there's like the bad. It's not. I can't even say that I have bad karma. Like, I think I'm actually having good karma right now too, y'all. So I mean, I'm glad. I'm really happy for all of what's going on in y'all's lives, and drop me in a line and tell me how. Feel free to share with us how you're conquering the world a little bit. But you know what? For now, I'm gonna have more on that tomorrow. Tomorrow around 2:00. So until then, à la prochaine. See you guys later. Be safe, y'all. Bye bye. Oh, and I have to do that whole thing where I have to find the off button on the interface. Woo! Oh, wow. Well, I'm not. You know what? I didn't turn it off, so I'm just gonna do a little coda. This is gonna be like one of those songs that you thought was over, and it's got a little coda section added on. So for some of y'all that thought this was the end of the show, there's more. I haven't thought of any more to say, so this might just be smoking a little bit more. Or vaping, I'm sorry, vaping. No, it's a good day. I'm free right now. I'm pretty clean. I did smoke. I did smoke weed earlier, guys. Yeah, I'm not perfect with that. Like, I gotta work on that a little bit. I'm getting down to 0, but there's a day crescendo on the way to 0, and I know some of you guys aren't satisfied with the pace of progress, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Anyways, that's all I have to say on that Facebook Live. Until next time, toodaloo.